How's it going, YouTube? It's your man Big D back with another one. It is Saturday, May 11th, and I'm out running some errands, and I figure, hey, while I'm sitting here waiting on the people to get done doing what they got to do to my car, I thought, well, let me just make another video. I know that there's a little echo because they have me in the waiting room, and it's kind of echoing here, so I apologize for that. I want to first of all say thank you for continuing to support my son's page, Illuminated D. We greatly appreciate the subscribers and the views and those that want to have an interaction and a dialogue to just talk about some of the things that we present in these videos. As you all know, there's a couple content creators that I think highly of. I think highly of their content. One is Anton Daniels, one is Big Ward, the genius, and the other is Jeremy Hill. These guys are phenomenal in the message that they put out in their content. So this morning I was looking at the Jeremy Hill show, and he did some content regarding black women are always begging for money. That was pretty much the gist of his the content. And it made me think that, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do a spinoff on that, and I'm going to give my 2 cents on that topic. And the title of my video is going to be "Stop Taking Men for Granted." So while I was watching, Jeremy's content, he always supplies facts, data, and statistics to back up the things that he's talking about. And he presented facts to show that black women, and I don't want to just say black women because I'm pretty sure other women of different races and what have you, they have the same idiosyncrasies. But since I'm African American, I figured I would talk about, African American women. So he was saying that it seems that women, and particularly black women, are always hitting up guys' pockets. They're always asking for money. And as you all know, I did another video where I was talking about how a friend of mine had matched with a girl on a dating app, and immediately before he even met her, she basically hit him up for $350. So I find that there's a lot of this going on. You have African-American women saying that, if a man can't wine and dine her, if he can't, take her out and spend $500-600 on a date, that he's a brokey. But I have a question. Why aren't these very same women capable of taking themselves out on a $500 or $600 date? These same women that want to gaslight men, put men down, saying that they're broke because they don't want to just, freely give their resources to a woman that has not shown that she deserves, this type of, deserve this. My thing is, as a man of value, men are supposed to provide protection, and they're supposed to provide, other things like resources to the woman that they care about, to the woman that they love, their person. But it seems that women nowadays, instead of them vetting a man based on the content of his character, they want to vet him based on how much money he'll spend right off the bat. Without even really knowing the guy for a month or two, they already asking him for money. They will come up with all kind of things like, well, I got, you call you call a girl and say, hey, I, just want to see how you're doing. Immediately they start talking about, oh, I got a lot on my mind. Okay, well, what's on your mind? What's going on? Oh, these bills, this bill, that bill, this bill, that bill. So, I was talking to a buddy of mine who's another, wealthy man, he's done pretty good for himself. And he told me that out of the blue, this girl who he used to, kick it with, she hit him up and said, hey, I'm in a bad spot, me and my child. We really don't have any place to go. And if you let us move in, I will give you $800 a month for rent. So let me get this straight. So you want this man to let you and your child, a child is not his child, not his offspring, doesn't have any of his DNA in their body. You want this man to let you and your child move into his house. Now, here's the thing. $800, we all know in today's times, $800, man, you can't rent an apartment with $800. Not a nice apartment. Hell, I don't even think you can rent an apartment in the hood for $800 a month. So you want this man to take on you and your child with only you paying him $800 a month. And I'm pretty sure that once she moved in, those that $800 a month, those monetary payments are going to try to turn into coochie coupons. That's right, I said it. Coochie coupons. Well, here's the thing about a coochie coupon. The light company, and they not gonna take that. The mortgage company is not gonna take a coochie coupon. You can't go to the Walmart and get some groceries, and when you get up to the register to pay, all you got is a coochie coupon. So where's the fairness in that? Why is it that if a man meets a woman and he immediately start asking her for money, it's a problem? Oh, you must be broke. Well, hell, women do it to men, so y'all must be broke. And statistically speaking, women are in a bad place nowadays. And I know you all don't want to hear that. I know the truth hurts. I know the truth can be a bitter pill to swallow. But I'm telling you, and not just women, there's men out here who they're in their, late 30s, 40s. They don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And my question is this: what did you do along the way to put yourself in this position? What mistakes did you make and continue to make to not only put yourself in this position, but to keep yourself in this position? See, we got to have a conversation about this, because I don't think it's fair. It's very disingenuous to say that a man is a brokey and this and that because he don't want to part with his money. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't blame men nowadays. If it ain't my mama or a female family member, and even with a female family member, I'm just not gonna break bread for them either. If it's one of them things where they not trying to get out there and get it on their own to try to put some type of forth and effort, I'm not gonna do it for them either. So you women have to stop taking advantage of men. You have got to stop doing that. It's not fair that when you meet a guy, or even if you dealt with the guy in the past, you and this guy, for whatever reason, decided to part ways and move on. It is not fair for you to hit this man up months later, even a year later, talking about now you need help. See, the problem is that women nowadays, y'all don't think about this while y'all out here spreading yourselves thin with these Pookies, Ray Rays, and Nook Nooks. You don't understand that there is a such thing as a sexual market value. And as you start to get up in age, you age out. And I'm telling you right now, women, and I mean no disrespect, and it's just my humble opinion, if you at a certain age, for women, probably about, when you start getting like your late 20s, mid-30s, listen, if you don't have something solid, some type of job, some type of career, something that is going to net you a residual income that you can live off of until you expire, until you pass away, you probably gonna be working, you probably gonna take your last breath on the job. And I'm seeing a lot of this nowadays. Women just don't realize it. They just think for whatever reason, they just gonna be all right. They think because they sitting on a gold mine, and I said it, that's right, I said it. They think because they are sitting on a gold mine, they think because they have a female body part, that is gonna be all that it takes to get a man. But let me tell you, nowadays, men are not falling for it anymore. Men are not allowing themselves to be taken advantage. Some men have even chosen to go so far as to travel abroad to find love. You know, I'm of the belief that you should always go where you're celebrated and not just tolerated. And I hate to say it, but it seems like every day I am seeing more and more examples as to why Black dating is in shambles. Let that sink in for a minute. I can see why we're in the condition that we're in. And until we as a people understand that we don't have to keep going down the same path. We don't have to stay on this generational curse merry-go-round, passing these curses down to our children, their children's children. Listen, the fact that our ancestors endured a lot in this country, that's a prime example to show we were always in a bad place. Now we're at a point where, African American people can now, get good jobs. They can go to school, they can get careers. But even now, with the state of the way that, society is today, going to school and getting a 4-year degree, that might not be enough. I don't know what the answer is, but I do know this. Women, if you have a decent man in your life, he may not be 6 feet, he may not make 6 figures, he may not have a six-pack, but he needs to, he's a decent guy. You might want to partner with him. You might want to try to build with him, because if not, you're going to be sitting around here 80-something years old, an old lady, by yourself. And I'm telling you right now, I have seen many examples of women who are elderly, old, and if it weren't for their kids, they would be homeless. I'm telling you, ladies, if it's any woman up under the sound of my voice, if you at 28 years old, 30 years old, 35, 40 years old, and you still don't have your life together, you are on a crash course to nowhere. And I'm telling you, it is not a good place to be in. So, in closing, women, stop taking advantage of men. Stop taking advantage of good men and their kindness. Stop doing that, because men are waking up and they're not being used anymore. And instead of trying to gaslight men and saying how broke we are because we don't want to give you, $350 when we just meet you, or give you any type of money when we just meet you, or, take you out on a date and we around here, you expect us to spend $300, $400, $500, and for what? Just to look at you over dinner, just to have some basic mediocre conversation with you? The juice is not worth the squeeze. The juice is just not worth the squeeze. Well, YouTube ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to stop in real quick. I ain't made a video in a couple days. So I just thought I'd, stop in real quick and just give you my 2 cents. Enjoy your Saturday and always keep grinding. Peace.